We're a little over halfway through 2023 at this point, so let's talk about what are some of the most successful businesses that you could start right now according to Camino Financial. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Lauren Simpson. I'm helping you maximize your time and talents as a growing small business owner, so make sure to subscribe for new videos every week. So I found this random article online and I thought it was really intriguing. It talks about the top 42 most successful businesses that you could start in 2023. I think a lot of these can apply even past 2023. A lot of them are pretty general and a lot of them have been pretty successful for a while now. I've been a business owner since 2010, and I'm not going to talk about all 42 of these, but I did want to talk about a few of them that stuck out to me and give you my opinions on them. Coming in at number 1 is business consulting. I gotta say, business consulting has definitely been one of those businesses that I've been seeing pop up more and more over the last few years. A good example of how this relates to my niche of working in the bridal beauty business is a lot of people who have been in the bridal beauty business for 10, 20, 30 years. I'm starting to see them become business consultants. There's some that keep their niche to that kind of bridal world and they want to train you on how you can be successful in that world as well. Then there's others who are kind of becoming a little bit more broad and more general, and they just kind of want to guide you into how you can build a business. It's kind of funny if you think about it, because I'm sort of doing something similar, but it's more in the way of free YouTube videos versus charging and having private clients and focusing with specific people on their journey alone. Meanwhile, I'm trying to build this channel to be more of like a one-stop shop of where you can find a lot of different topics that have to do with building a business overall. So business consulting is pretty straightforward. It's pretty much anyone can do it. The idea is that you have already built a successful business structure yourself, and so you have that model to go off of, and now you're going to teach others how to do it in a similar fashion. And of course, this is a business in itself because you are charging for things like your time, your expertise, and your guidance. I'm curious to see if this is going to continue to become a more popular business, or if a few years down the road it's going to start to fizzle out as people start to maybe realize that there's too much competition out there, or that they're not as passionate about it as they thought they were. Coming in at number 2, we have IT support, technology consulting, and repair. This is a high demand industry, and it's not surprising why. We are in the day and age of peak technology. Every single day, technology keeps advancing. I mean, now we're already talking about AI, and it's completely taking over, and that can be a good or a bad thing. We will see. It's no surprise that technology is advancing every day and it's here to stay. The cool thing I've found in knowing people who are in IT is some people do end up going to school for it while others don't, and they still can be successful in the career. So if you love working with computers and technology, you can work in a fast-paced, always evolving kind of environment, and you provide excellent customer service skills, this is honestly a really good business choice for you. Coming in at number 3 is cleaning services. So this is an interesting one because I do know several people that have their own cleaning businesses, and it's definitely not one of those that you would consider easy. Now, of course, after COVID-19 hit, the demand for cleaning services actually skyrocketed because people are more aware of how clean they are. They want to make sure they're not getting sick. And I have found that this is something that was once considered a luxury service. Now a lot of kind of everyday people are prioritizing in their budget. Because ultimately, there's not a lot of people who really like cleaning. I feel like the only people who actually like it are in a cleaning business. But you do love having a clean house. And it's just one of those necessary things in life that you do have to keep your house clean. The cool thing is there's not much overhead that you have to get started in this business. You obviously have to have good cleaning supplies. You have to have a very good customer service attitude. And then a website is also helpful. My biggest advice with this one is don't try to be the cheapest business out there. Honestly, that's across the board in any niche that you are going to open a business for, but especially in the cleaning business, this is actual like back-breaking work. Like you are going to be sore if you're doing it right. That's all I ever hear. I mean, I get sore just cleaning for a couple hours my house. So I can't imagine doing it day in and day out, multiple houses every day. Make sure it's worth it for you and your body. Number 4 is we have financial services like tax preparation and accounting. It also has some payroll and bookkeeping lumped in. It all kind of relates. I know from my personal experience, the last few years, my accounting services have definitely increased. So it is one of those fields where the demand is there and they are definitely charging for it. So there are different IRS and state requirements as to becoming an accountant, and I do know that there is a difference between being an accountant versus a CPA. CPA, I think, is a little more rigorous, more schooling and things like that. So I don't know all the specifics. You definitely might need some education, some schooling or certifications to get started. But if you are a math junkie, you like working with numbers, this is the job for you, because trust me, that's not me. That's why I hire someone for that. And what's cool is you can have different niches in that market. So you can work with higher end businesses, you can work with small businesses, you can work with just individuals and personal returns. So it's kind of up to whatever your favorite area is. Coming in at number 5 is auto repair. So this is another one that it's going to be a physical job, so make sure that you are okay with that. Anything from simple oil changes and diagnostics to the actual repairs, everything has seen an increase. The good thing about working in auto repair is you're always needed. Sure, you're always going to have the people that do it themselves, that figure it out. They watch a YouTube video, they replace their own oil, they fix their own cabin filter, whatever it is. But I don't know about you. When it's something complicated or it's something that I have no idea what's happening where, because it could be 5 different things, I'm going to the expert, because in the end, my car is a huge asset to me. My car is what gets me everywhere, from personal life stuff to running my business. I need my car to get to and from our studio. I need it to get to and from weddings, to work them. If I don't have a car, that's not going to be a good situation. So after discussing the top 5, let's go rapid fire through just a few others that stick out to me. So on this list, we have real estate. Obviously, everybody has seen what the real estate market is doing, especially in America. It has skyrocketed the last couple years. And there's been a couple dips here and there, but honestly, people are still way overbidding. Interest rates are going crazy. The market, there's just not enough inventory out there because the people who secured 2 and 3% loans are not selling their houses. So you have a job. If you get into real estate, you'll have a job. I totally wholeheartedly believe that. Online courses are seeing a real uptick, again, especially since COVID started. When COVID started, we saw a real uptick in people going on TikTok, okay? And then shorts came around for YouTube and reels came around for Instagram. People are utilizing these online platforms that get in front of a lot of people. And again, they are talking about the niche that they're an expert in to sell you a course. Now, there's a lot of people who have mixed feelings on these. There's people who wholeheartedly don't agree with making courses and profiting off of it. I personally see no problem with it. I've made a couple myself. Some have completely flopped. Some have done okay. I think if you're giving real valuable information and you're making it so someone gets all of that in one place easily versus having to, say, put in years of research to find it all out, that's not a bad thing. It's totally fine to be compensated for your time and your expertise. I just think it is becoming much more saturated than it ever was before. So you really have to deliver value. Social media management, I'm seeing a blow up in this area as well, where there were some really good established people, and now, dare I say that everybody thinks they can do it because they have their own social media to run. I looked into it like years ago. I was like, oh, what would this entail? No, it's not for me. I was like, honestly, I have enough work on my hands to run my own social medias, and even those I feel like I don't do well enough just because there's a million social medias out there. My best advice for this field, if you're going to get into it, is niche down. Figure out the 1 or 2 platforms that you really want to specialize in and hone in on that and market to people who need that. So for example, I love how there's people who focus on Pinterest, which technically is a search engine, not a social media, but you get my drift. So there's Pinterest experts, because that is its own whole world. And if you utilize it well and you can get real results for your client, it is worth its weight in gold. But again, if you're focusing on Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, it's too much. You're going to get so burnt out and you're never going to be the expert in one. It feels like you're just spreading yourself too thin. Another one that's on here is copywriting. I definitely know several people that have gotten into copywriting over the years. And I think if you have always loved English as your favorite class and you've been really good at writing, you loved writing on blog posts and things like that, it's not a bad idea to look into. If you have a way with words, or you're good with grammar, or you're good with speaking like somebody else and taking on their persona and their tone, then you can really help people become successful, because copywriting it's really like taking a personal approach to marketing on somebody's website or on somebody's blog or social media posts. And it honestly, again, it's so worth it to someone if you can take that off their plate so they can focus on other business things, but then they're still getting that really good marketing material out and they're relating to their customers while they're, behind the chair or they're in the auto shop doing their thing. So I think we're going to end it there. I could go on and on forever with this list because I think it's so intriguing. And I do know a lot of people in business in a lot of these different areas. But that was just kind of my opinion on if you want to get started in these, kind of how you can get started, and some tips that hopefully get you off the ground quicker. Speaking of getting off the ground quicker, make sure to watch this video on the top 5 mistakes that you could make when setting up your business and how to avoid them.